It's time to assault the Ice Palace. We are ready.
I have the code to the hybrid's chamber.
Then you're going to try and get in.
If we can make it into the Ice Palace, then it is time to confront him. The hybrid planted a control chip in my head. If it worked, he could have told me to kill myself at any time, but the failed attempt to execute me must have damaged the chip instead. That means I can get to him. Then maybe I can find out what he really wants.
Aye. Every time you make this personal, I get pissed at you. This is about more than just you egomaniac.
Jeez. Wait, I want to check one thing. What's my cold at? Well, I'm cold and irrational. That means a good emotion, right?
Alright, so this is where we're up to. I've completed everything. I'm just waiting for you to finish the raider.
You just tell me when you're good to go, and I'll have it ready.
Get that flyer
Get that
ready
flyer
to go.
I will start the attack on Zakor now.
Attack. Right. So you're not just using this for transport?
No, I need the raider to take out a shield generator.
Right. You could have said that earlier.
Why? What's the problem?
You never said anything about weapon systems.
We said fully operational.
Fuck's
You
sake.
said you wanted to fly it. I've not had time to repair the weapon systems on top of everything else.
Then why didn't you tell me that?
Then why didn't you tell me what you were planning? If I had known, I could have told you the weapons weren't... I've just about had time to get this thing flying again. It's a complex machine.
Attacking that generator from the air is the only way to take it out. I'll have to ram it.
That's suicide. How will you get out in time?
This is the only way in. So I will have to figure out how to escape when I'm there.
You are one crazy son of a bitch. You fuck
I'll have
this up,
Gadget
we're
with
all
me.
dead. Are you sure you want to do this?
I'm not asking for volunteers. You stupid son of a bitch.
Ray!
Look, Ray. I'm counting on you.
We'll have to save Ray when we get
Well,
there.
it looks like some crazy-ass head did your flying stunt for you. That guy must have owed you big time.
Ray, you crazy bastard. I guess he felt guilty for getting me into this mess. Well, Ray, you've opened the way to the Ice Palace. I guess it's time for me to go deeper into Zakor.
I think the others are already waiting on you. Good luck. Go show the hybrid. I hope you get the answers you need. And try not to get killed. We'll all be here, hoping not to die.
Well, gee, I guess I don't get to take the raider, though, do I? Wait, where... Everyone's gone. Oh, I see. Oh. These are teleporters that it reveals them, but it doesn't unlock them. Honestly, I wasn't missing too many. I was missing like 4. Should we go from here or from here? I think from here. I need to go right and then left. Shit. That's it, right up there. Oh, now I'm under attack. Why is there ivory on these? I guess they have some. Okay, they've got some tusks. Little bitty ones, but they are there. Alright, let the battle begin. Or not. What's going on here? What's the deal? Oh. Wait, what is this tiny ass army? Oh, we get to talk to everybody before?
Not now.
Not now.
Analyzing conversational parameter.
Not now. You should deal with the thing.
Not now. I have.
Gosh darn it.
Alexander Tarek has sent most of his troops into battle. The Ice Palace is now vulnerable.
He underestimated us.
Indeed. But whatever our fortune, we're not in the Ice Palace yet. When Thorold gives the order to attack, we will finally see who will survive this.
The feud between clerics and albs will soon be over.
There is more than one battle left in this war.
Yes, but each step takes us closer to where we need to be. We can't hesitate now. This is the only way we will be victorious. It will begin when Thorold gives the order.
Damn it, what's wrong with you? You almost missed all the fun here. You should go and speak to Thorold. Then we can finally get started.
I'm surprised the outlaws came.
There you are. We are ready. If you are ready, then we can leave immediately.
And so you are going to work with Nasty. Will you fight alongside the clerics?
It is the only way we stand a chance against the Alp defenses. They have realized that by now, as we have all realized that this all depends on you now. If you have anything to take care of before the attack, you must do it now. We stand ready for the order to attack.
I met with Calyx.
And? Did you find what you were looking for?
No, but I now understand my brother's true nature.
Truth. It always brings its own burden.
I am ready. Let us commence the attack.
So be it. This is the moment of truth. Every man ready? Well then, attack!
That was the wussiest attack call ever. Bruh, this robot is moving around like a maniac. Ow. We did it. Not quite yet. Pretty much though. Everybody, get the bird. Do I have to loot them all? I'm not getting anything for it.
I'll kill this animal.
Oh, it's just a mutant. Right, we're gonna still. Oh, he's stunned.
That's it. The Alps' defenses have been destroyed. But our work is far from complete. You must take on the next task. You must inject mana into the hybrid. It's the only way he can be stopped. The fate of Magellan is on your shoulders. Go, change the future.
So that was the Alps. They're done. Except for Yapkor. What's his name? Zapcon? Can't remember. I gotta loot everything, of course. Anybody chit-chattable now?
See you later.
It's cold as death here. I don't understand how the Albs have lasted so long in this place. Maybe the cold for so long is why the Alb defenses gave way. Maybe it was too cold even for that bunch of bastards.
The destruction of the Alb defenses was nothing to do with you, that's for sure.
No, it was just a gift the world has given to me. Well, that was a good show, but I'd better go before I freeze to death.
Outlaws are out.
The Albs lost the majority of their fighting strength. The losses on our side have been grievous. We can't continue to wear down our forces. We will have to place all our focus on Ignadon and the Hort to protect them from our enemies. What about you?
My path continues to lead to the Ice Palace.
I was worried that you would feel that way. Well, remember, only those with strong faith will bring about real change.
I'm not sure my faith is strong enough for that.
You will find your path. Until then...
Oops.
The defensive line has been destroyed. Alexander Tarek has lost the battle. But it will take many years to heal the wounds that the hybrid dealt to our people.
You fought to the very end. I didn't expect you to do that.
There were many victims in this war. We have to start rebuilding now. That is our job. For you have another to take care of. The hybrid has lost the majority of his army. But he still lives. And he is Elex. You have to stop him before it's too late.
I could use your help in the Ice Palace.
None of our people have been able to withstand the hybrid's control. He inflicts pain on all those who attempt to get close to him. You have broken free from his control. Perhaps you can stand against him. Good luck to you. We all need you to succeed. I am confident you will succeed.
Confidence. A very emotional quality for an Alb.
Yes. We will have to adapt if we want to survive.
Where did my people go? Nasty and Gadja and whatnot. They're all kind of gone. Let's check on Ray, see if it's possible. Ray, you're doing fine.
Alive.
Yeah. I guess I just couldn't leave you. You're just that charismatic.
Right.
All right. Maybe I just didn't want to leave you or the glory. But what do you think? You can name us joint saviors of Magellan, yeah?
Why the heck is there a patron? You think it's possible that they all went back to... They're all back in Origin. Bruh, they instantly dipped. That's insane. Okay, those are the separatists. Oh, there's loot here. That I did not expect. Just a random piece of Elex hanging out. Cleaning bot. Now, are these enemies? I feel like they will be. Oh. I may have been incorrect about that. Alexander Tarek.
Jax, you have betrayed your comrades, and it seems even now you have not returned to serve the directive.
My own kind betrayed me.
You truly are misguided.
No, I have learned the truth. The choices the Albs have made will destroy them. You must change the destiny of our people.
Our destiny is set.
You say our, but you're talking about the Hybrid's plans.
Our people pledged our destiny to the Hybrid. We were lost, and he gave us purpose. The directive will bring all of us to the next stage of evolution. The free people will be left behind as we ascend to the next level. Elex is evolution, and we are the people who shall make that leap.
You are nothing but a slave of the Hybrid.
Spoken like one of the free people. You have lost your way, Jax. Our people committed ourselves to this cause. You cannot expect us to step back. Now we are on the edge of achieving all that we have fought for. The Hybrid will soon complete his work, and our people will seize the rewards promised to us.
I was betrayed by someone here in the Ice Palace.
The directive does not allow for betrayal.
The attack on my raider, my execution. It was all planned before I left the Ice Palace. Now, you will tell me why.
You blame your failures on others. Even your own father recognized that weakness in you. He feared that you were not ready for the role you had. That you would bring only danger to your people.
Wardick said that?
Wardick was ever a faithful servant of the Hybrid. He would not let family bonds undermine his commitment to the Hybrid and the directive. He was shamed by your weakness, and his shame at your failures that drove him from the Ice Palace. You destroyed his future, and left him with the choice of suicide, or exile with the Separatists. Since then, it is clear to me that he has given up Elex, and fallen into the madness of emotions.
This is guesswork.
It is something I should have seen earlier. Before he left, he called you a bastard. Perhaps he was succumbing to emotion even then.
Who benefited from my execution?
I ordered your personal effects disposed of shortly after your crash. Your father took them. Calyx took the role of Alexander. A role that should have been your destiny if you hadn't failed. But that is irrelevant. The worthy are promoted when the weak fall.
We will see who's weak, Tarek. I will learn the truth when I speak to the Hybrid.
You think the Hybrid will speak to you? You betrayed the directive. You brought our enemies to our gates. He will never allow you an audience.
He has no choice.
The shot to your head may not have killed you, but it has obviously damaged your brain. You lost the focus and strength that are the gifts of the Albs.
I no longer follow the directive. I am no slave to the Hybrid.
If you think you can face the Hybrid and live, you are mistaken. Death will prove you wrong. The strong will prevail. The Albs will evolve. That is Magellan's future.
But you're not gonna try to kill me. Okay. On to the Hybrid.
You are here.
What?
see you, Jax.
Loot.
I just learned that my plan failed. Jax cannot be found. But all the reports suggest Jax is now fighting alongside the Free People. He has acted against the directive. Against Zakor. I will have to leave the Ice Palace and find him. Before Tarek learns of his treason, Jack's defection will be my death. One way or another.
Wait, whoa, I did him out of order.
Despite the expectations of some, my sons have grown to become exceptionally strong. Whether this is the warrior gene or the fighting spirit of the Berserkers, I do not know. But if this becomes widely known, I will have no way back. My fate will be sealed. If it is their Berserker heritage, that isn't helping in their struggle to keep their will. It is clear to me that I have lost both of them to the hybrid. The hybrid's control of them is complete, and they will soon take my place. But what if their past is discovered? No impure can join the Chosen. Their impurity may lead to my execution if it is discovered. Tarek is beginning to grow suspicious. He will use this to destroy me. Now only the death of my sons can save me.
Oh.
I just learned that Jax is to be sent in search of Thorold the Pilgrim. Jax will be more vulnerable once he is outside the Ice Palace. If the hybrid is to be stopped, then it is time to act. I have asked Zardon to come to the meeting point. He will ensure that things are taken care of from there. Everything will have to move quickly now if I am not to miss this chance to stop him. Jax is alive. I have heard many reports to confirm this. It is more than just rumor. Tarek must not have heard this news, or he would have acted against me. Calyx must have failed his mission to execute his brother. But he remains the best option I have to eliminate Jax before he can return to the hybrid. I will have to bring them together, so that Calyx can finish his task. With luck, neither of them will return, and I will be free from the past.
Wardick, that piece of shit.
My plan failed. Jax cannot be found. But all the reports suggest Jax is now fighting alongside the Free People. He has acted against the directive. Against Zakor. I will have to leave the Ice Palace and find him. Before Tarek learns of his treason, Jack's defection will be my death. One way or another. The exile and the separatists are now my only chance.
So, Wardick worked with Zardom to sabotage my mission. He sent my own brother Calyx to kill me, and all to save his own position at the Ice Palace. The man who claims to be my father wanted me dead, and instead, he was forced from the Ice Palace himself. Now we will see which of us death finds first.
Fuck my father. Jax has daddy issues.
You must have many questions. Come to me. We have much to discuss.
Yeah, but what about this pack of ciggies back here? Can't get to it.
Dr. Adam Charles Dawkins.
The hybrid. Ooh.
So, you are here. I have been awaiting your arrival.
If you wanted to see me, you shouldn't have allowed my execution.
You are speaking with emotion, not logic.
The hybrid sees all, so did you order my death, or just allow it? Was it my past that condemned me?
The past is irrelevant. Only the future holds any importance.
If my past is irrelevant, why did you put a chip in my head to control my thoughts?
The chip improves efficiency. If the chip hadn't been damaged, you would not be asking this question. You would know that true understanding is only possible through me. Join the Chosen, and you will know the meaning of our work.
The same promise you have made to the Alps since you took control. I came here for answers, not more empty promises.
More emotion. Your personal quest is meaningless. If you think your actions now have consequence, you are mistaken. Your arrival here is proof that you are closer to the next step in evolution than any of your kind. But there are things you are yet to understand.
Dang, I got the achievement for siding against the hybrid. I guess my choice is already determined.
My kind? I'm not the person I was. I am no longer your slave.
You will always be an alb. All you
No,
have accomplished
I'm a
must
berserker.
have proved to you that no individual can accomplish things alone. True strength lies in the collective consciousness. What the free people think is irrelevant. But you, Jax, you must understand the truth. The comet that destroyed Magellan's civilization did not arrive by chance. It was sent to begin the changes to our world, to prepare it for those who follow. There is nothing we can do to stop this. We can only be ready for their arrival. That is the truth I have guarded, and I have been preparing our world for this day.
If individuals aren't important, then why do we need you?
My destiny was set the day the comet struck our planet. Elex transformed me. It was an accident of fate, no plan of those who follow. But it has made me their emissary. You think you fight to save our world, but it is me, and me alone, who can do that.
Who is coming?
Those who will inherit our world. The further I evolve, the more I can hear their voices. First, as whispers. Now, as minds I can commune with.
Can we stop them?
They can divert comets and send them across vast distances. Their power is well beyond our own.
If you really know the future, then tell me what will happen.
The world, as you know it, will not exist in a few years. All life that remains will be forced to obey those who come to us now. They will obey, or they will cease to exist. The world must be changed before they arrive. Elex will see to that. But we must prepare people and gather the Elex that will make the changes that must come. You have accomplished much, Jax, but your work is worse than futile. You think of yourself as a savior, but if we stand against these beings, we will all perish. Now, at least the Chosen will survive.
You don't expect me to believe all of this.
I foresaw the day the comet would strike our world. I was there when it hit. All my words, all my warnings, all were ignored. The world refused to listen until it was too late. That day, the Elex changed me. I was reborn, evolved. I failed to save us then, I will not fail again.
You will.
The free people cannot be allowed to stand in our way. Their infighting had long stopped them from successfully interfering with our plans. All the Elex on Magalan shall be required if we are to stand against the coming threat. You once followed my word without question. It is a loss to us all that my influence ended with your brother's botched attempt to kill you. But now, you know the truth, and you can complete our vision together.
Why not work with the Free People to stop these invaders? Maybe if we fight on the same side, we can defeat these beings together.
The Free People are using Elex in their technology, their world hearts, and their magic. They are blind to its true purpose. Elex was sent here to change our planet in preparation for those who follow. Nothing can be allowed to stop that change. The Free People understand nothing but their own personal vengeances. That is why the Albs live without emotion. That is why the Albs have succeeded.
Have
Imagine
they?
what they could achieve if you worked with them.
They have no interest in peace. They crave only their personal victories. Hate, emotion, and greed drives their conflict, and it will be their end.
Is there no one amongst the Free People who could join the Chosen?
Thorald, the Pilgrim, was the closest to defeating me. His powers would be helpful to us, but no, his emotions and self-doubt meant he needed another mage. That was his downfall. He is too emotional as well. The mage's connection to Elex was so strong that Thorald lost control of her and the Elex. My future and that of Magalan was saved by their weakness.
Your only interest is your own survival.
My vision is the only one way to save Magalan. The Chosen will evolve to serve those who follow. All Elex must serve my purpose. All people must serve me.
I didn't come here to let you rule this world. Your time is over. My emotions don't cloud my mind. They have made me realize things about the world I could not have seen before. I did not come all this way to die at your hands. I came here to take back control of my world. Your plans were wrong then. They are wrong now. You are not the superior being you think you are.
My past is meaningless. It holds no fear. Your attempt to use it only proves that you cling to the irrelevant. Die now, or die at the hands of those that follow. Your death will be meaningless.
Oh, do I have to fight him?
Only my survival matters now.
Oh boy. Ugh. This is what Thorald was doing. Oh, he's not affected by knockback. And he's got allies. Bruh, that is some what? It doesn't make an autosave after all the dialogue? Dude, this game is so fucking bad. Okay. skipped through. Now we quick save. Oh, what the? Oh. Dude, there's so many. Do they just keep respawning? Oh, he got hit hard. Oh, that'll do it. I get hit by one knocked. What? What? I totally quick saved it. Oh my god, this game is so bad. Okay. If the save isn't gonna work during this fight, I'm gonna rip my hair out. This is so stupid. Let's see if we can make it work though. It's not working. I can't save. I can't save. Why would they do this, man? Why would they do this? Oh. There's a reason these developers are no longer making games. Well, I can outrun these dudes. Ooh. Oh. Oh my god. How did that hit me, man? That was so far away. I'm dead. I'm dead. No, dude. It's so fucking dumb. It's so fucking dumb. Why did they make the final boss this way? Adding no autosave after like 2 fucking minutes or more of dialogue is insane. I can't believe this. Oh, what a horrible ending to the game. Oh, these people are so fucking dumb. Oh my god. Alright, let's try it again. No. I got him. I killed him, didn't I? Does that mean I didn't even have the option to, like, do the thing that Thorald told me to do? Sticking the mana in him? What happened to that? Oh, I can't loot him. Now, what are we gonna do? Run into Zardom or Wardick first, you think?
Magellan, a world reshaped by the comet. A civilization lost in fire and ash. The hybrid spoke of his plan to prepare the world for what is to come. To make us understand the changes that Elex is making to our world. But after all the years of his secrecy, the blood that has been spilled to gather Elex to feed his powers. Who will listen to his warning? There is power in Elex. It has changed every living thing on Magellan. The creatures that made it, that reforged our world from out amongst the stars, are coming to claim their creation. Will that mean an end to all that is here? Or will it be a gateway to evolution? It is now my task to prepare for that day. To decide the future of Magellan. The hybrid's era is gone. Now, all the factions must decide. I have chosen my destiny. Now they must choose theirs.
That's the end?
Okay.
That's the end. Well, in that case, I can do my usual talk about how I felt about the game. Honestly, it was a pretty shitty game. But I enjoyed it. You know, there were enough good parts about it and funny parts about it that I still had a good time. But in terms of overall game quality, it's pretty bad. You know, if it's just based on like, how does the game play? How is it mechanically? Like, it's probably like a 3 out of 10. It's bad. It's not a good, well-made game. I mean, that last fight was just like, just a perfect another instance of like, why did you make the game like this? It's such a shitty way of doing it. Anyone who played it who died a single time in that fight and respawns and says, oh, I have to go through all the dialogue again? I don't want to do that. Like, anybody would have that same feeling. So I don't know. It's like they didn't play their game. I feel like that about a lot of games, to be fair, but it's just like, I don't understand how this kind of stuff can just like, oh, it just gets through. Like, maybe they're making it so you can't save, so you can't like cheese the boss in some way, like, so that you can't, who is this here? Oh, Ray. So that you can't like get him down a little bit, save just in case you get shot or something. But it's like, if somebody wants to play it that way, let them. Like, even if that were the reason they did it that way, if that's how somebody wants to play the game, let them play it that way. Because it's a single player game. Who fucking cares how somebody plays the game? I don't think there should be shitty mechanics ever in the interest of stopping somebody from doing something you like that you think is not how you should play the game in a single player game. Like, who fucking cares? But no, I will say positives. The world was great. I think the way they did the factions, the lore, the history of the world, and how they used it to shape the main story was all the quests, not just the main story. All the quests was really fucking good, really good, and the quests themselves were good. I didn't feel like there were too many like that felt just like MMO-y quests where it's like, run here, get this, come back, escort. There were a couple that were like that, but they still usually had some dialogue and some lore around them that could make them interesting. Now that's about where the positives end for. Oh, well, I feel like the attribute, oh my god, I got so many levels. They'll go fast. That's getting me my 85 dexterity. That's how we'll do that. But I think how they did attributes and they did abilities was really good. Not that this is super complicated, but I feel like it's a little more interesting than some other games do it, because you had like dialogue that would use these scores based on your abilities, not just your attributes. So it's like, oh, because you know how to do these things in crafting, you're this level of crafting. And the more you know about crafting, the more your crafting skill is. It makes sense, but it's other games don't really do that. So this was like a very interesting part. Now, are there any more positives? I don't think so. Let's get to negatives. The world looked dated. It's pretty insane to look at this game and think of like what other games were out at the same time. This game feels like 5 to 7 years older than it actually is. Not only in looks, but also in feel. Like, it feels very dated. Like, just how you control yourself, the animations are pretty fucking awful. Which is why, like, I'm pretty sure that's why I ended up naturally going towards guns, because they don't have an animation. You just shoot. There's like recoil and whatnot, but it's not an actual animation of the action, like swinging a sword, you know. Combat animations were fucking horrible. Which, to be fair, I would say the same about Ryzen 3. I'm not saying this is different than their past games, just compared to all games in general. Animations, bad. Things like, I don't know, just this UI, for instance. It's not bad, but it just looks like kind of low res and just... I like the theme of it and all, but it just seems low quality. I don't know. I feel like other games just do make this look better. Make it look sharper, cleaner. And that, like the HP bar and whatnot, like it could have been a little more transparent, a little more matte coloring. Instead it's just like this, like, it looks like it's out of some Marvel arcade game. It could have been done better. I really think it could have been better. And I guess a good example of that would be something like Skyrim, where the HP, stamina, and magic bars are like the UI of them just makes them blend into the game nicely, so they don't feel like on your screen there's some like just annoying sticker on there, whereas this HP bar is like a fucking sticker. It's like just slapped the fuck on there, and it's just not that it's not a good aesthetic. It's a small thing, but it's just like the whole package, all that kind of stuff together just is kind of eh. Other negatives, there's like probably just too many to like remember off the top of my head. Oh, the other biggest one is the balance of the game in like your power. I feel like I spent like I don't mind at the beginning of the game if they're gonna be like, you're fucking weak, you can't do shit. I'm fine with that. But the like percentage of the game that I felt like I was at my full power, like I could use my region armor. Oh, I've got new armor that's even better. Ooh. But you know, I was wearing my region armor, I've got my super gun, I've got, you know, I had my build finished. I probably had that for the last 4, maybe 5 videos out of 50. So I was at top power for 10% of the game. And I feel like I could not kill a raptor for like half the game. Maybe it's a little less than that, but it's like I was at peak power for 10%, and I feel like I was at the bottom of the barrel for like 40% of the game. I feel like you can do this thing where you make people really weak at the beginning, but you gotta scale it a bit faster, or you have to scale enemies down a little faster, and because the pacing of it is just not fun. Like, I don't want to feel like I can't kill something for half of a game. It's too much if you're gonna do it that way. Or you have to make like kind of difficulty zones. I feel like games like Fallout New Vegas did it really well, where like at the beginning, once you leave the first town, there's a way to the left where everybody's like, don't go there, it's bad. And then if you go there, there's like some really shitty enemies that like completely one-shot you, and you're like, I can't do this. So you go the other way, and it's at your level. It's like, oh, this feels like I can do stuff. I feel like that works a lot better, because then you can steer people towards where you want them to go, kind of create a path even though it's an open world. And you can go the other way if you find some way to cheese it, and you know, you could do that if you wanted. The option's still there. But they use it to steer people where they want them to go, to get the best the experience that the developers thought would be the best. And the difference in this game is it feels like, oh, I'm really weak, but I have this quest that takes me, like, there was a quest like, oh, I got in Goliath, and I need to go talk to these people. Well, you go on your way, you're going down the path. Oh, there's some shitty raptor here. I can't do anything to it. So, I'm gonna try to go around, and, oh, there's mutants here. Okay, maybe I'll try to go around this way. Oh, there's some shitty thing here, and it's like, okay, so it's not like I'm doing a beginner quest, but I just can't get where I need to go to do it. And if I don't do it, well, there's not enough quests for me to get more power, so I'd have to find my way to a city. Well, I don't have the teleporter, so I'd have to go along a path, and you are forced to encounter things that you cannot kill, which means like, oh, you have to run into them and just run past them and hope you de-aggro, or just barely not aggro them. It's done in, and there's no reason they're there. It's like, if I passed a raptor here early on because I couldn't kill it to do quests like here and like down here that I had before, I can almost guarantee you I never went back to kill that raptor. I never got to a point where like, oh, I'm strong enough to take it on now. I'm gonna go back and do it. Like, no, because now it's just a fucking raptor. Who fucking cares? So, why is it there in the first place? It's not creating anything interesting. It's just, you can't kill this. It's annoying, huh? It doesn't make the game better to me. I feel like if you're gonna do difficult things that you aren't able to do early on, it's better to do them like in zones where like, say this whole area was like really hard and there was tough shit in there. Okay, now I just, as I'm going along this path, I make sure not to go in this zone. But I get to know, like, as long as I stay on towards this early game quest, I'll be fine. That'll be enemies around my level. Maybe some ones that are like pretty hard, but nothing impossible. It's like in, it's like in Fallout New Vegas if they just put a death claw in the middle of the road right outside the tutorial area. And it's like, am I supposed... You would think if it's right there, I'm supposed to be able to fight it. Because why else would it be there? I'm not gonna come back here later on to kill that thing. Because I won't care about it at that point. So why is it here at all? And yeah, I don't know. That's how I feel about this style that they seem to really like doing in these games. I don't mind stuff that I absolutely cannot do at the beginning, but I don't want it to be like blocking my way to early quests, like to things I need to do early on to get to that power. That doesn't make sense. So that really bugs me, and I feel like they do a really bad job of it, but it's kind of like their style, which some people like praise them for, oddly enough to me. But to me it just does not make sense at all. I think I've yapped long enough though. There's probably other stuff I could say about the game, but factions, I don't feel like they ended up mattering what you fucking chose. Like, it mattered in some dialogue options and whatnot, but like in terms of like how the story actually ended up turning out, it felt like Ray mattered. I needed Ray to like me, but just about everyone else, maybe Kaya too. I don't know what would have happened if Kaya didn't like me, but Nasty, who cares? Valk, who cares? Alex, who cares? My robot thing, who cares? Were there any others? I think that's all of them, but... Oh, Duress? Well, I killed him, so clearly he didn't matter. It just felt like... it felt like the choices mattered kind of during the game, but then by the end of the game, it was like, oh, they didn't actually matter. Which is not a great feeling. I like how sometimes in games, like when we had that battlefield, it would have been a good opportunity where like, oh, you talk to each one, they have some unique thing, like, you were with me on the battle to blah blah blah, and now I'm here for you, Jax. Like, I don't know, just you talk to each one, they have some unique dialogue before the battle, before the end of the game. But instead, you fight the battle, and you can't even talk to them after, because they instantly teleport back to Origin. It's just like, okay. I don't know. Maybe that stuff's more obvious to me than I think, than it is to other people, but... I feel like that kind of stuff just makes sense. You like, it just feels like I want it. When I'm there, it's like I'm missing something. I'm missing how much this battle matters to all the people there. You know, you got to talk to the generals, but I felt like you needed to have that, but for all your followers too. Because I feel like companions were supposed to be more important in this game. But they ended up not feeling that way. What is this? Oh. There might be one more video. Possibly. But, yeah, I don't know. As a game overall, I'd say it's like a 4 or a 5 out of 10. But realistically, it's more like a 6 because I still enjoyed it. Because for me, a 4 is like, oh, I kind of wish if I could have told myself before I played the game, I'd say not to play it. That's a 4 for me. 5 is like, I wouldn't have told myself not to play it, but I definitely wouldn't have told myself to play it. And like anything 6 and up is like, oh, I feel like I still would have played it again if I knew what it was before. And that's kind of where I'm at, where like I enjoyed it enough. I had a fun time in the game. I enjoyed the story enough, but the game still sucked. And I don't know if I'll play Elex 2 or not. I've seen reviews and they're worse than this one, so probably not. But this one was fun. And I like my gun. It's satisfying to shoot. The other weapons are not. Or the melee weapons, I mean, to me. But that's a personal preference thing. But yeah. So anyway, if you made it this far, hopefully I didn't just rag on your favorite game. You know, it's just my personal opinion. That's all it is. I have hated plenty of games that people have loved. I've loved plenty of games that people have hated. So it's not like what I say is always correct objectively or anything. But I always like to speak my mind after a game. And I usually forget some things that I felt about a game. Usually don't get all my thoughts out, but I try my best. Jax as a character was very dry also, but I actually liked him. I liked the Jax as a character. He's funny. And his voice is very nice, you know, so that helps. Also, with the sunglasses, he just looks like a badass. I like being a badass. It's sick. But anyway, again, if you made this far, thank you so much for watching. And if you watched the whole series, goddamn, very much appreciated. Appreciate if you liked it, if you subscribed. That'd be really cool. But you don't have to. But I hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you in the next video.